This is video 32, math lesson 5.1, a brief review on fractions. Let's talk a little bit about why we need fractions. Now, fractions were invented so that we can express numbers that are between whole numbers, like what comes between 2 and 3. Fractions can show measures that are between whole numbers on things like rulers and scales. Fractions can name part of a whole object, like part of a pizza or part of a cake. Fractions can name part of a set of objects, like part of the eggs in a carton, or part of all of the DVDs Mrs. Harmoning owns. Here are some important things to remember about fractions. Fractions can be written like this, or like this. Usually when you see fractions written in a textbook or some sort of book, they're written like this. And a lot of times when they're written like this, it's when we write them ourselves on paper. Fits on the lines of the paper a little bit better. Whichever way it's written, it doesn't matter. The top number, or the first number in this case, is the numerator. And remember, the numerator is representing the part of the set that we have, or the part of the set that we're missing, whatever the situation is. Excuse me. The number on the bottom, or the number to the right here, is the denominator. And the denominator represents how many parts there are in all. How many parts would make the whole thing. So in this example, if our denominator is a 3, we're talking about thirds. And that means that our thing, whatever it is, our something or our set, is divided into 3 parts, or divided into 3 groups. And those 3 parts or 3 groups makes up the whole thing. One other thing to always keep in your mind is that every fraction also represents a division problem. 2/3. It can be written or thought of as 2 divided by 3. That's going to come in especially handy a little bit later on when we practice changing fractions into decimals. But having this idea in your head that a fraction can be a division problem can help you. Every once in a while it will be really helpful to you if you're trying to solve a problem. So just remember that fraction bar is kind of like a division symbol. 2 divided by 3 is another way we can look at this fraction.